They say that history is written by the victors, but in the small, mist-covered town of Oakhaven, history isn't written, it's kept by the silent. Tucked away on a narrow street that doesn't appear on any modern map, stands a structure the locals simply call the Midnight Library. They avoid it after dark, not because it's haunted in the traditional sense, but because they fear what they might remember. Leo, a young man with an obsession for preserving the town's fading past, spent his days as an amateur archivist. He ignored the folklore. He didn't believe in ghosts or curses. To him, the library was just a job, a collection of dusty books waiting to be categorized. He was wrong. He was never just an archivist. It happened on a Tuesday. The clock in the town square struck 12, but the chime sounded different inside the library, deeper, slower. Suddenly, the heavy oak doors, which Leo had locked hours ago, swung open on their own. The air didn't just go cold, it began to whisper. Leo walked through the aisles, his flashlight beam cutting through a thick golden haze. But these weren't books of fiction. As he ran his fingers along the spines, he felt pulses of heat. These shelves held the echoes of every secret, every lost love, and every regret that this town had tried to bury. He pulled a weathered leather-bound journal from the shelf. He didn't just read the words, he lived them. In a blink, the library vanished. He was standing in a room he'd never seen, smelling the scent of rain and old wood from decades past. He heard voices, voices that sounded like his own, but from a life he didn't remember living. He realized then that the library wasn't a building, it was a living memory of the world. It was a vault for the moments we desperately try to forget, but desperately need to remember. He found pages filled with his own family's history, secrets his father had kept hidden until his final breath. The library wasn't just showing him the past, it was forcing him to confront his own identity. He wasn't just an observer, he was a guardian. As the clock ticked toward 1 a.m., the pages began to fade, and the library started to dissolve into mist. Leo barely made it out into the quiet street before the doors slammed shut, sealing the echoes away for another night. He still walks by that street every day, but now he doesn't look at the library as a place of work. He looks at it as a warning. Some secrets aren't meant to be kept, they're meant to be lived. And tonight, the doors will open once again. Will you be brave enough to walk through?